They had the front gate locked today. It's been like that for a while, and I don't know why. But brought the secret weapon. These little electric scooters. They range in a lot of different prices, depending on how long the battery lasts, how fast they go, etc., etc. As you can see, you guys remember they put all these in. Somebody ripped off the don't trespass. Anyway, we're going in. Be right back, folks. We're gonna probably be going up there. I don't know. I'm debating on if we should go up and around and in. Maybe we'll just pop in right down here. Alright, so we're in. I don't think anybody will be coming in here with us, but kind of slightly hit it. Folds up. That's a fresh deer track. Well, maybe not that fresh. Going right in here. There was a blue tarp down here. See it? I don't know what that's about. It could be as simple as a homeless person. It could be some kids hanging out. It could be poachers. Hard to say. Initially, I wanted to bring the dog in here, get him, let him work it out a little bit. But they've had those gates closed, so being this place, I could walk here. This is so close. There's definitely been people in here. Definitely. Some are pretty fresh. Once in a while you get a group of people who find out that this place exists. It's pretty low key. Oops. Something. Sure, a lot of you guys recognize this place recognize this place right away. A lot of you recommend that we come back here all the time because it's always active or always some kind of weird finding. I really thought I saw something way back there, and as I got encroached down the trail, I started to lose it. So I thought it would have been vice versa, but yeah, sounds like something's moving in there. It could just be like these dry heavy leaves. It could be that they're rubbing together. There's no wind, but it only takes the slightest bit. So, as we know, these things always get moved around, and oddly. Knocks. Sounds like knocks from where I came in at. See, this kind of stuff bothers me. These are things that somebody could get hurt on. You know, like, look at this, for instance, though. Like, what is this? What is this line here? Kind of odd. Anyway. Here's another one. This is one of the tarps that... So, we'll just go back. Oh, look. Wycliffe. This is what I was describing. This is what Bubba left with the crystals. Look. So, this is my understanding anyway. I've heard it in a couple other places I trust too. Humans, Sasquatch, connect, come together. That's what this part is. So humans, Sasquatch come together. Then you got the A above it too. That could just be pine needles fell. It's hard to say. But I highly doubt that was just right there for no good reason. Look at how this is, look at that. Wait, just look at it good. See how it's like under here and then it pierces through? It looks to be like tied off here too, oddly enough. It might have been by design by somebody where they did it. It's another knock. There could be poachers in here. I gotta watch my ass. I hope those fox are out. Those two young fox, they gotta be getting older. It's been a couple months since I've seen them. But you notice as we come down these side trails, traffic kind of dies down. One of the first few gifts I was given was here. I think it was probably the third gift I was given. Was on one of these here trees, one of these here bushes, and it was rosary beads, purple rosary beads. And I said, "Oh, it's just for me, whatever, you know." And I was like, let me not take it just in case. Like, I didn't want to touch it just because it was a religious thing. I wasn't sure. I was very like skeptical and iffy back then. I left. I think I was doing a stream. Everyone was like, you should have took him. Then I felt like I was supposed to. Came back, they weren't there. I mean, they weren't. They just were gone. And these things were like tied on there pretty good. And they were gone. So I continued to ask for them. Please bring them back. Can I have them back, please? I'm sorry, you know. About 3 days later, 3 days later, they returned. Very similar spot. Probably like, if I'm remembering exactly right, it was just a couple of bushes down. And they were in a very similar fashion, tied up in the bush. Still have them. Still have all my gifts. There's literally like a whole section in my closet. And then some. There's stuff everywhere, really. But the very early stage gifts I have I have them in a very special spot, set up a very special way. I have an interesting report from back here in Nest City. So I was walking back here, and there was somebody was like, "Hey, you know, do you come out here at night and this and that?" And I said no. I said, "Oh, all right. Do you know anybody, or have you ever seen anybody?" And this and that. I said, "No, you know." For the most part, I'm back here by myself. Like, I don't, you know, and no, I'm not out here at night. So how could I see anybody at night? Apparently, a large male in all black has been seen, like, staring at people in their windows. So there's like a couple of houses you see on the outskirts, and so at night they've been seeing somebody standing out there staring. I don't know why somebody why would somebody like a peeping Tom or whatever, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know one way or another. Why would a Sasquatch want to get seen either doing it? You know? So, all I could say is what somebody said to me. They could have very well just been, it could have been somebody just doing it to screw with me and, like, make me not want to be out here at night or something. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. All it did was, like, kind of make me snicker. I'm like the opposite. I'd be stoked if my house, I mean, the house is close to here, but I'd be stoked if the backyard was this, you know? If the fence went right up to it. Most likely somebody's domestic dog has been through here. Because there's footprints, and then I see paw prints too. You know, I've been laughing lately because some of the older videos, like the one on the island when I was doing the stream with the female Sasquatch swaying, I just had like a bunch of people starting like this like big thing about how it's a bear, and like they were all like gassing each other up. Yeah, it's a bear, absolutely, definitely a bear, look at that, blah blah blah. And I just sat back. And I waited about 2 days, and I just typed it. There are no bear on Long Island. We don't have coyotes, we don't have bears, we don't have none of that shit. Some of you may look it up and find out that there's a couple of coyotes once upon a time here and there, or somebody saw one swimming once upon a time from Connecticut to Long Island or whatever. They're not here. They're not here. We don't hear them, we don't see them. I'm not saying it's not possible that they do migrate and they do occasionally come over, but they don't like hang out here like full time. We would hear them. We would definitely hear them. Coyotes are not good at keeping quiet. It's almost dusk. You know, I like twilight hours, but unfortunately right now twilight hours is also rush hour when it's the evening one. So you're gonna have a lot of sirens and loud cars and etc. in some of these suburban areas. Especially right now with all the leaves off the trees, that ambient sound really travels. Look, I just saw a white car go by up there in the distance. I'm not usually able to see that from this point. Oh, it's a wire. That was a snake for a minute. Should be too cold for that. I can see glass. This would be a great place for... Wow, see, what is that, though? See, this shit don't make sense. What is this? Look at the size of that. Alright, let me try and get on the outside of this stuff, so I don't accidentally ruin any. It looks to be more than a deer. It doesn't look like it's two, and even if it is a deer, that is a massive deer. I don't know, I'd like your input on this. I think quite possibly it's but there's no person. Again, so I don't see the domestic dog, how it would be a domestic dog. That's a deer. That's a deer. Okay, so it's got to be a deer. So perhaps because it's on a bank, it's on a little bit of a bank or a slide, it could have just spread it out. You know, this looks like it's very damp right now. This area of the sand looks very damp. Somebody's been through here with a bike at some point. This is not easy stuff to ride in. This is a dirt bike right here. Either that or one of those large bikes that have the sand capabilities. I can get the moped in here a little bit before they put up all those blocks, barricades on the outside. I used to be able to get in here a little bit. I only pulled in just to kind of hide it. I haven't had it on the road for probably almost 2 years now. It's just there we go. That's either rabbit, but it could be the fox. Like, look at that. That's so big. It looks massive. It's crazy. I just want to kind of poke around this backside over here because it's one of the most active spots. Yeah, this is fresh. So the deer just came through here. Like, just came through here. Look at that. They are... Looks like he went up this way, or she. They could be nestled down anywhere. This all looks pretty flat, but it's very rolling, and there's a lot of these dips and what the hell is this wire? I've had so many cool experiences in here. It's amazing. Just goes to show it could go down anywhere. I mean, there's so much BS happening around the outside of this place right now. Cars driving, people living. Look, this is being heavily utilized. This game trail. This is a game trail now. This sump is definitely being heavily utilized. You could see there the deer. I mean, we'll get into that too. We'll get into this conversation soon. If anybody wants to remind me about this, about sumps. So that's the trail. That's the trail we just came down. We're gonna finish it off in a minute and go back down. This is one of the trails that go out to another exit where I used to park. This was legit one of the most happening spots there was. But what happened in here, I don't know. Look at this. This place got shredded by humans. Look at this shit. I used to have a problem with this Karen in this house a lot. Well, as many times as... whatever reason, they decided to trash this whole place, look like it's theirs. I'm gonna say something about this. This ain't cool. Look at that. Just because you put in a fence, what, you think this is your compost pile now? This is a trail. Yo, you can't do that shit. You want, if they weren't a Karen, to me so many times, I would not be so excited about this. You guys remember we found that little baby rabbit? It was like a pinky. And I took off my tank top. I wrapped it up. I put it up under this tree. And I asked the Sasquatch to take care of it. Came back later. It was good. It's gone. Shh. Look, that chair is up here this time. This chair moves all over this place. Why would it be up here? This is where I used to gift them to. There used to be all these rocks, all these different things laid across here every single time. It was something different. There was a lot of big, huge rocks like that. And then one day they were all moved over there. Whoa, a lot of weird shit. At least weird to me. Could very well be, you know, at some point some kids came in and tried to build a fort or something. Definitely somebody tried to build something there about 4 years ago. And they never got far at all. They left everything behind. The nails, the hammers, the plywood, the buckets of stuff. I mean, everything. So they could have been the ones that started this too. I got these cannoli cookies. They're like cannoli chips, kind of like you dip them in, you could dip them in. So you know what a cannoli shell is? And the cannoli cream goes inside. It's like a cheese base kind of, but it's very sweet. It's a dessert. So there's these options out here in New York, whatever, Italian neighborhoods and cultures. There's all these different options for different types of cannolis, different pastries, etc. One of them is a cannoli chip, and it comes with a cannoli dip. And this is kind of the shell, but in the form of a chip. And then you would just take it and dip it into a container, almost like how you would have a container of hummus. You get a container of cannoli. They sell it at like, they even sell like healthy versions of the stuff around here. at like Trader Joe's and shit. And I'm pretty sure that's what this one is, because my mother gave it to me, and she does everything like healthy nowadays, so. I'm lacking the pearly white precision to eat too many things that are not soft these days. So hopefully down the line I'll have my my permanent grill, and it'll be good to go. But for now, I just kind of play nice with food. Alright, so we're back to this spot. We came wrapped around. I don't know if you guys noticed that ambient sound disappeared for a while. I had a very strong sensation around me, like very, very strong energy. I started to get short of breath, but at the same time I felt like I was getting kind of... That's cool. Let's put our foot on there. It could be because it's on a bank. Alright. It's on trail, chances are. It's not long, so, and it's not that wide either, considering it's in sand. We've gone over this before, but I'll do it again. Sand makes things bigger, makes prints bigger, and if it's on a bank, like on any kind of on a side ledge, it'll create like a slide. It's just inevitable. So even like this has a slight downward grade, so it can expand it just a little bit if you have any kind of momentum. Same thing with like slick mud. The same thing with slick mud. So we could cut straight across probably, but we won't. Bear with me, guys. I gotta lace up my Timberlands. Yep, I said Timberlands because they're fake boots. They're not real Timbs. They're not real any boots. They're like, I don't know. They're the closest one to my feet. I have one good pair of boots. Purchased them a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago or so. It's probably last winter. Anyway, they're usually in the truck, so I don't always like to go outside and get them and put cold boots on my feet. So the weather's been really nice. I cannot complain. It has been really nice. This video will go up tonight. It's not that long, and I definitely need to clear out some storage. So this one's going up, and then we're gonna clean house. Cool, huh? It's a deer. I don't know where they are. They're in there somewhere. See, the thing is, like, this is just a small section, and then there's like, you know, there's a road or whatever, but then there's more woods, and then there's like a ball field or whatever, and then there's more woods, and then if we go up that way, there's more woods. So it's just, they have ways to get all over the place. I mean, they could literally be, this goes back probably only about maybe 50 yards, 75 yards before it hits the parking lot. But they could be hunkered down anywhere. Alright, friends, that's it. I'm gonna end it here, carry this thing out, because it weighs like a good, I don't even know, 15 pounds or so I gotta lift it. As always, thank you. Have a blessed day. So I swear, every time I'm hanging it up, seems like every time I'm hanging it up, can't get it to focus. Let's try and get above those leaves so it doesn't. See what I see up there? I'm sure a few of you see a couple of things. I haven't been looking hard the whole time, but I'm seeing this. I've just been kind of cruising and stretching my legs. I have not been out in a few days, so at least for an extended period of time. You know, 10 minutes here, gift drop here, this, that, but nothing for a long period. So, all right, guys. Let me know if you saw something. Say something. Appreciate you. Leave a comment and a like. Whatever. All right, guys. Be good. Stay blessed.